let's get into why we brought you here, man. I know you started out. Did you start out? Okay, let's break it down. So I know you're a man of many talents. So where do you want to start off? You want to start off with the music or you want to start off with the tattooing?
I guess I'll start with the music, I suppose.
Okay. All right, let's get into it.
So what do you want to know? Like how I first got started?
Yeah, so was Product of Hate the first band that you started with?
No. My first band was back in 2002. It was the first band I was in called Ruined.
Okay.
And it was with a buddy of mine, Alex, and then a couple of their friends. And yeah, that's kind of where it all started. I remember going to local shows in high school, looking up to the local bands,
Yeah.
I was the front and center, headbanging my face off, like the biggest fan. I'm drawing who ended up becoming good friends of mine, the headliner band, Defy at the time. Me and my buddy Alex would draw them like really badass pictures. And be like, here, you guys gonna have this? It's like, skulls and it says their band name.
Yeah.
We were such dorks.
Hey, bro, I was fanboying at your concert.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was headbanging
yeah.
at your concert for sure, man.
Fuck yeah. It's just wild because Mark from Product of Hate was in Defy.
Okay.
So I got to know Mark because of that, like through high school and shit. And my band Ruined at the time would play a lot of shows with Defy, and me and Mark became pretty good friends that way. And after that, I got into this other band called Through the Ashes, kids from Kenosha. And that went on for a couple of years, and I remember needing Mark to fill in on bass for a show because our bass player couldn't do it. So it's like there's me and Mark crossing paths again.
Yeah.
And then that band didn't really work out. I still remain friends with all those guys. And then fast forward, I remember not being in a band for quite some time, and it really bugged the hell out of me because I'm seeing my friends all in bands and they're playing shows, and I just want to play a damn show so freaking bad.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
How long did you take a break for?
I want to say it was probably from... I was probably 18 when I stopped with Through the Ashes, and I picked back up when I was 23 with Product of Hate.
So like a full 5-year gap.
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty much.
Wow.
And I jammed with people in between, but it just never fell into place, never worked out. And then I end up going to a buddy of mine's band practice, my buddy Kendon. He's always played drums. I've known him for years.
Yeah.
And he's like, you should come to our practice and just jam with us. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Even though their music's not my style. It was like very... I don't know. I don't want to say emo at the time, kind of.
Okay.
And their name was Back on Twilight.
Back
and I
on
was like, I can't get behind that band name. Especially because the movies had come out shortly, around that time. It's like, damn, that really sucks for you guys because it sounds bad.
Team Bella, I got you.
Oh, God damn.
So
you got people in the audience, Team Edward!
I mean, I've never been in the crowd when they played shows. They played one show with us way back in the day when I was with Through the Ashes. But that was way before Twilight books and all that came out. So
they're OG of the OG.
Yeah.
Right.
And
right.
I went to their practice. I jammed with them. I was not feeling it at all. I was like, damn, this sucks. I forgot my hat over there, and then the drummer, Mike, he calls me up. He's like, hey, man, you forgot your hat. And I'm like, I know. He's like, you should come over and jam with us again. I'm like, oh, yeah, we could do that. And in my head, I'm like, son of a bitch. I don't want to jam with these guys again. They're just not my thing.
Right.
So I go there, and they're playing Lamb of God and all sorts of heavy shit. And I'm like, wait, this is completely different than what you guys were first jamming, the first time around.
Was it their music they were jamming at first, and now they're...
I think so.
Okay.
And they wanted to go the heavier route, which is why they asked me to jam with them.
Right.
And then they started playing Lamb of God, and they're like, this is our style, like what we're leaning towards. And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So after jamming for about a few hours, I decided to move forward and be in the band. And then Kendon and his brother ended up leaving the band. I actually think we kicked them out because they weren't showing up to practice.
No.
And we were like, well, this train's moving with or without you.
No.